I'm gonna count that as 2. I didn't kill the 3rd dude, but we've killed others, so I'll count that as 2. But also the horse's number was way higher than 15. It says I've roughly killed about 81 of these dudes when I did my math. Yeah, that 45 times number I saw may have been referring to each one individually, not... Shame to think I may have gotten 2 souls from those drops, but I lost them because I died. Yeah, I got too greedy with those attacks, so I knew I wasn't gonna survive that round. But it also makes sense for these to have a really high despawn number, because you have to kill 9 of them to fight the boss. So if you left them at 15, you have to kill 3 waves of them to fight the boss. So by the 5th attempt on the boss, there would be none left. But with that in mind, if you have to kill 3 to fight the boss, putting them at 45 lives each makes sense. If you free all 4 of your knight friends, you don't have to kill 9 of them, because your knight friends will seal the portals, reducing the number of enemies you have to fight. Okay, I'm gonna talk to this kind lady again and see if I have enough souls to get another thing, so I can see what the heck was the particle effect that went off behind me. Is like the ice going up the stairs breaking? Is that what it is?
My dear Lord, I am left only to fend off the chaos and pray with all my heart for my dear Lord and his loyal knights. For my dear...
Okay, maybe I don't have enough. I only have 9. I think the next benchmark is 10. Learning these guys exist outside of the boss fight was wild, though. Oh. I was about to say, I thought I saw somewhere that Meta was pulling their VR. No, it's Apple. Apple's pulling their Vision headset. Probably due to, like, negative adoption rate, and the adoption rate it did get was just plagued with bad press. Hey, I now know what despawn looks like. Yeah, the mystery is the animation plays. The dudes just don't show up. Nani? What? What do you mean? There wasn't a dude there last time. Maybe the game bugged. Mystery unsolved. Okay. Just like the hero of time, I'm gonna fight you left-handed. I say the hero of time, but like, I don't know. There's a lot of left-handed representation in video game media, but it's also incorrect.
For my dear.
Like, a lot of guns in video games are left-handed guns being used by right-handed shooters. What does that mean? A, it potentially means the gun doesn't exist because there was never a left-handed version of it made. Anything used by the British military prior to Vietnam. You know, the British military had a doctrine of there are no left-handed shooters in the British military. The U.S. Army had that doctrine for a while as well. But if your case is ejecting to the left side, which it is in most video games, that's a left-handed gun. And if they're pulling the trigger with their right hand, that brass is flying into their face. As a left-handed shooter, I approve of this message. Dude. Okay, so did I despawn a specific dude? Like, is there a weapon that just doesn't spawn out of this portal? Okay, so there are 3 weapons. There's the halberd, the hammer, and the sword. We just saw the, well, there's 4. There's also a pyromancer. We saw the sword, we saw the halberd, and we saw the pyromancer. Is the hammer dude gone? Is that what's happening? The game's trying to summon a hammer dude, but he's been despawned? Okay, we'll keep our eyes open for a hammer dude. I keep meaning to check if that causes weapon damage, and I just never do. Nobody walked out of that portal, nobody walked out of that portal, and we got the fire dude. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think each of the 4 knights has spawns. How many spawns they have, I'm unclear. But I think each of the 4 knights has its own unique spawn. And that's why there were so many rounds, because people were estimating there was, what, 45 lives on these guys? So 4 different knights times 45 is 180 kills. Well, that doesn't track for how many souls I have, I don't think. I'm at 106 kills, give or take. And we took a few swings at the boss to make it work. So, yeah. Maybe there is 100... Maybe there's 30 of each instead of 15 of each. Give you 120 enemies. Maybe there's 45 of each. That's 180 enemies. I don't think I died to... Well... Actually, I do think I died to this boss like 4 times. So that's like 30 enemies right there. So the axe dude's there, but not the sword dude and not the hammer dude. Okay, so we're gonna have to take a few trips down here once there is nothing to confirm that there is nothing. That's really interesting. Huh. I never would have... It makes perfect sense. But I never would have put that together. No, that does not hurt the weapon. Nobody stepped out of the portal. Okay, so we're gonna do horse logic. We're gonna do 3 summons. And if no one shows up in 3 summons, we'll consider it done. Because that's how the horse worked. It's not how the horse worked. It's how we determined the horse was done. Nothing on 1. We got a pyromancer and a sword dude. So maybe that was just 3 hammers? Because I know that was a possible spawn cycle, was 3 hammers. That's still my favorite attack from him. It's just, I'm gonna smack you. I'm not gonna use any of my spells. I'm just gonna smack you. That's not enough damage to justify healing. Bobby, here's a question for you. In your struggles with this video game, did you reinforce your armor? Like, I could just go back and skim your footage until a moment where you flick over it. But did you reinforce your armor? All of them to the max? Okay. Because, like, if you have nothing invested in health and no reinforced armor, that's part of the reason why you'd be miserable. Tried to use auto walk from Final Fantasy right there. Like, I started to type in the motion for it and I went, that won't work in this video game. Dark Souls 3 is gonna punish that mentality as well. There is a lot of AI with fast follow-up attacks. Sword and board works a lot better in 3 than it does in 2. Because 2, just everything does so much stamina damage. What did you roll on, sir? Oh. Huh. There's Hammer Bro. That's every weapon, isn't it? Like, ow. There was all of my health. Is there a 5th weapon I don't know about? This is not the place to check. Okay. I'm gonna look up these weapons real quick. Dark Souls 2 Wiki. Great sword. You know what? Charred Lois Knight. Great sword. It's the only weapon they can drop. It doesn't say what their weapons are. Okay, we're just gonna see if the other Dark Souls wiki says what Charred Lois Knights use. Charred Lois Knight. Nope, doesn't say. There's literally no useful information about these guys. That's annoying.